TMI warning. This video includes talk about real-life experience with a diarrhea parasite. Breaking news! As of receiving this information, there are a total of 1,644 people currently suffering from a new parasite outbreak called Cyclospora. What is Cyclospora, you may be asking yourself? Well, Cyclospora is a microscopic parasite that affects the intestinal tract and causes explosive diarrhea, which can lead to severe dehydration and maybe even death if the individual infected doesn't consume enough fluids. How can someone become infected? It seems that the cases in the USA are coming from a supplier called Taylor Farms. The parasite is stowing away on fruits and vegetables, such as ice-burg lettuce, raspberries, and herbs such as basil, cilantro, and etc. The fast food Taylor Farms is supplying to consists of Taco Bell, KFC, Pizza Hut, Walmart and Target, Trader Joe's, and a lot of other places. Taco Bell recently put out a statement claiming that they have taken immediate action to voluntarily remove potentially impacted lettuce in select states. The FDA are currently investigating the outbreak as of July 16th, 2026. The parasite usually takes around 1 to 2 weeks until symptoms are shown. If you've had any potentially contaminated food from the places listed within the last 2 weeks, be aware of what your tummy is warning you of. Now, why am I speaking on this? Why would I be talking about this in the first place? I am no scientist, but I do feel as though I have some sort of insight into the topic because I believe that I fought off this beast of a parasite around 2 months ago. The night before I fell ill, I had eaten some of my lovely mother's, also especially lovely spaghetti. She makes a wonderful spaghetti that I've eaten many of times, but the day after eating this spaghetti, around 5:30 a.m. I woke up with a searing pain in my tummy, and as you may have expected, it was the big D, as in diarrhea. After this intense first battle with the Cyclospora parasite, I went to school thinking that I had faced the brunt of my tummy ache. I have never been more wrong in my life. Later that day, I had went into my computer applications class in college, thinking that it would be sunshine and rainbows. But I ended up squirming around in my chair that whole entire class, and after class, I had rushed home as fast as the speed limit would allow me to. I made it home just in time, but instead of just the big D, it was also the big PUKE. I did go to the doctor at the time of my symptoms showing, and they didn't specifically tell me that I had Cyclospora, but that I had just had some sort of infection. They did not name what I had. But in my heart of heart, I believe that I had the Cyclospora parasite because I showed the exact same symptoms that all the people who have it now are showing. Everything after that was really just a big blur. I was so dehydrated that I laid in bed for nearly the whole week, just in and out of sleep and running back and forth to the toilet. About a week and a half later, I ended up using all of the sick time I had available, other than just like 5 hours of sick time, I think, because this beast of a parasite was keeping me down as best as it could. But I figured it was finally time to fight back. So I went into work the next morning, looking like a brand new man, as you can see in this photo right here. Now, I'm not really one to take restroom breaks unless they're on my mandatory 15 or 45-minute breaks, because we do get those. But this day, I think I ended up taking around 3 breaks that were probably about 30 minutes long of just bathroom time. It was nearing the end of my shift with probably about 30 minutes exactly left on my 5-hour, 30-minute shift, but something was definitely off. I was extremely dizzy and felt like I was going to pass out, and my witness slash buddy, Skylin, was with me and offered to go get me some sort of medicine to ease my pain, thinking that would help. But before he could make it back, I had to waddle my way through the store I work at just in time for my tummy ache to pass. I was in the bathroom for around 35 to 40 minutes of And I actually interviewed my witness, Skylin, to see what his testimony was of the day, to see what he saw. So here's that clip. This is my witness to the Cyclospora parasite that I contracted, and he witnessed the diarrhea that I experienced that day. And this is actually the guy who got my YouTube channel removed because of the pufferfish. Oh. So tell me a little bit about what you experienced that day and what you saw happening.
I mean, it was a normal Tuesday. Woke up that morning, went into work. You know, it was an early morning shift. I figured he'd be late anyway. He was about 30 minutes. He came in, you know, he seemed like he was hurting a little bit, wasn't feeling the best, but you know, that's just normal. He was sitting there and he started, you know, whining and complaining. His tummy was hurting. So he went and took a poop. 15, 20 minutes go by, he's still not back. Mind you, we're at work. Stuff needs to get done. So I get pissed off, right? So I go in there, tell him to get out. You know, I make him leave. He comes out. About 5 minutes later, he's whining again. He's full of shit. It's not real.
Literally.
He was faking it all just because he wanted to sit in the bathroom and watch TikTok. And I think that something needs to be brought up, that he's just like that. So I believe this virus is fake and people just do it to get out of work right here.
Now, I see that you feel that my whole diarrhea stuff was fake, but do you remember the last 30 minutes of the shift where I started sweating and getting real dizzy and you ran to go get me some pain medicine? Do you remember that? I walked by you and I told you, I was like, clog me out. You remember that?
I do remember that. I think you were really trying to sell it because at that point in the shift, I had already accused you, and there was many witnesses seeing you not want to work that day. And I think you were really trying to sell it so you didn't have to work the rest of the shift. And you even stayed over a couple minutes just to really prove a point, but no one believed.
Oh, so you're not the only one who didn't believe me.
Oh, no. We have plenty of managers and witnesses there that don't think you were sick on that day.
All right, dude, get out of my car.
Fucking bullshit anyway. What the fuck am I doing?
That's really about all I have for this video. I really just wanted to make this to warn about the Cyclospora parasite. Now, it is all fine and dandy. I'm perfectly fine now. And if I end up catching it again, I'll probably be fine because I know to stay hydrated. People are looking at this as if you're gonna lose weight, which I absolutely did. I lost around 10 pounds from it, which a lot of people look at as a plus, but the pain and time I spent in the bathroom was not worth it. In all honesty, it's not a very healthy or good way to lose any sort of weight. So I wouldn't really wish it upon my worst enemy like I have any of those. And like I said, if you're not very well hydrated, it could potentially lead to death. So basically, if you come down with the Cyclospora parasite, just be warned, not a very fun time. And like I said, it's not, I don't know for sure if that's what I had, but I have a very strong feeling that that's what it was because my symptoms were so close to what these other people are dealing with. So just be careful, watch out for some of the fruits and veggies that I listed earlier, and maybe try and stay away from some of the fast food places / restaurants that are causing some of these cases. I love Taco Bell just as much as the next guy, but I have avoided it within the last week or so because in my area, I know that a couple people have come down specifically from like my area, so just watch out. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching, and thank you for listening to my firsthand experience and my witness's testimony. I'll see you guys in the next video. I got a lot planned, so just stay tuned. Got a basketball video coming soon, and another cryptid / UFO type mystery that I'm gonna try and figure out and solve. So thank you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.